What's up, everybody? My name is LaPortia. Welcome to my YouTube. I am a creative entrepreneur in New York, and this channel is just all about my journey, living my life, growing my business, my travel, just a place to share my journey. So I hope you will subscribe. Okay, so now let's get into the topic of today's video. It's kind of a story time and also telling you about this new book that I am reading and I recommend for all my entrepreneurs watching to read as well. It is called, I'm actually listening to it on audiobook, but it is called 10x is Easier Than 2x, How World-Class Entrepreneurs Achieve More by Doing Less. And this is by Dan Sullivan with Dr. Benjamin Hardy. So I am a few chapters in, and so far the book is all about focusing on abundance. There's a part of the book where the author says to embrace abundance and eliminate everything else. Eliminate the crap that keeps you from abundance. So one example that the author gives is you need to, as an entrepreneur, focus on who's going to pay you your worth or pay you what you want to be paid. So let's say I have 5 clients, and out of those 5 clients, only 2 of them are paying me what I want to be paid. Based on the concept of this book, I need to ask the other 3 to pay me more, and if they are not able to, I will then need to part ways with them. I can recommend them to someone else that could provide the services, but I am better off focusing my attention on the 2 that can pay me my worth, pay me what I need to be paid, and then focusing on other clients who can also pay me my worth and what I want to be paid. So it's all about embracing abundance, and I even put embrace abundance in my Instagram post because I've really been sitting with that and asking myself, do I really embrace abundance, or do I just embrace what I can get? So that's what I've been sitting with, and then I also feel like I had an opportunity to put it into practice yesterday. So let me tell you what happened. I have a service-based business. I have a production company, I produce digital content, and I also work on events. I have been in communication with a client that I have worked with a little in the past, and they reached out to me for a very small scope, and I provided a price for that small scope. This client came back to me and said, hey, for this price that you quoted us, can you do this small scope plus this scope on top of that for the very same price? So I went back to this client and said, hey, for this additional scope, I usually get paid X amount. Now mind you, X amount is more than twice what they're paying me for this limited scope that they originally asked for. So I said, this is what I usually get paid, or I said, this is what I charge, something along those lines, for this scope. And I basically asked them, was it feasible for them to pay me that amount? Or I even asked, what's the closest to it you can pay? Now, maybe that's not a good idea, maybe you wouldn't do that, but this is someone that I do have somewhat of a relationship with, and I would be willing to maybe come down a little bit if that is truly all they could do. So I sent that email and I felt good about it because I am embracing abundance. I am asking for what I want. They came back to me and said that amount that I would charge is outside of their budget. And what if, instead of doing the original scope for the amount that I quoted, plus this other scope on top of it, what if you only did some of this other scope on top of it? Still for the original price. They did not come up a penny from the original price. You know, I sat with that for a while. I didn't take it personal. I thought, this is business. You know, they're doing their thing. They're negotiating on their behalf. But I have to embrace abundance. I have to stick to my guns. I have to work for what I am worth. So I went back and basically told them no. I basically said that for that price, I could do the original scope, the original limited scope, and nothing else, and let me know if you would like to move forward. And guess what? Guess what they replied back? that they would like to move forward with the original scope and the original price that I quoted. So essentially, because I embraced abundance, because I stuck to my guns, I'm getting paid what I want to be paid for a little bit amount of work, instead of caving in for what they wanted me to do, which is that little bit amount of work plus some more work still for that small amount of money. And that more work just would have taken up more of my time. It would have required me to be somewhere, which the original scope is just remote work. So yeah, I stuck to it, and I'm getting paid what I wanted to be paid for the small scope that they asked for. And that's it. If I wasn't reading this book, I don't know if I would have the courage to do it, but I'm glad that I did. What I am learning is that sometimes what is keeping you from abundance is you. Sometimes what is keeping you from the next level is you accepting and dwelling at your current level. When you need to demand what you want, you need to say, this is the professional I am, this is what it costs to have me do anything, and you can pay it or you can't. And if you can't, I'm going to focus all my energy on who can. That's all for this video today. I will definitely share more about this book. I'll put a link to it in the caption as well, so you can check it out. I definitely recommend it. 10x is better than 2x. If you enjoy this content, I share a lot about entrepreneurship and just my journey trying to grow my production company, and tips and things that I learned along the way. So subscribe, like, share it with your entrepreneur friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.